Live from Port Dover, we're here on The Schitter.
I'm Randy Howe, owner of Getzum Exposure, and this is our new podcast, On The Schitter. And we're here to help you promote your business and get some exposure of your own. Today, we're with my good friend Derek Long from Getzum Game, golf instructor, great golfer. I've played many rounds of golf with this man.
Nice to see you again.
Hi, right,
nice
Derek.
Good
to have you here, man. My old friend Derek Long.
Me and Randy have been friends for a long time. We've created this podcast for people to expose their businesses. Mm-hmm. We are going to be bigger than Friday the 13th. Port Dover is now has been known for how many years?
Yeah, but we do have a Friday the 13th coming up here in June, by the way, and it's going to be a big one. Typically, those months, June, July, August, are huge events when it comes to Friday the 13th.
You should stop by and see The Schitter on The Schitter when you're here, if you're here.
We will be here. We will be here on Friday the 13th, and we'll probably be walking around town doing a few interviews, so keep your eye out for us. We might be wearing a Schitter hat or a Schitter toque, but you'll be able to find us for sure. And maybe we'll just get you right here in the shop and interview you here if you like. Anybody that's interested, give us a call. Get some exposure, and let us know about yourself, your business. We want to help you expose your business, and look forward to hearing from you. That's just a kind of a brief synopsis. I like that word.
Did you just look that up before this session?
No, I've actually got quite an extensive vocabulary.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this question. Can you spell it?
Synopsis, S-Y-N-O-P, synop, S-I-S, synopsis.
Okay. Well, see, I don't know, so I can't even tell you whether that's right or wrong. I'm Derek Long. I'm the Getzum Game golf teacher who we're going to be promoting today. My business, Getzum Game single plane golf swing. I'm a golf instructor. From London, Ontario. I love the game. I love teaching the game, and I've been doing it for a long time. I can help your golf game, so we're here to talk a little bit about my teaching ability, where I am, where I'm from. Promote my Getzum Game golf instruction.
Right here on The Schitter.
Getzum Game.
Getzum Game. So similar to Getzum Exposure, we're all interconnected.
Which is really about making the golf game much easier for 95% of the people out there that have trouble even striking a golf ball.
Right.
Simpler than if you went and got a lesson from a touring pro to try and learn their techniques. The best people in the world, it'd be hard to repeat their process.
Right. And so where do you do this?
I do it all over. I live in London, have a cottage in Port Rowan, so really I'm the mobile Getzum Game guy.
Right on. Good. Derek has recently retired from his real job, so he's going to have more time this year down here by the lake, and more availability here in Norfolk County. So anyway, if anybody is interested in getting some lessons, we should say you teach the natural golf method too.
Correct.
Right?
Single plane, natural golf, Moe Norman style.
Correct.
Correct.
Which I've tried, works sometimes for me.
Well, there's everybody has more challenges than others.
True. So it's an interesting swing technique for sure, and Moe Norman being the iconic figure that he is in Canada here, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of great Moe Norman videos that.
I would suggest to anybody to Google Moe Norman, Google single plane swing, and it is much easier. I grabbed it 30 years ago when I was struggling with my golf game, and I've never turned back. Whether I'm drinking, hungover, whether I got
Does that happen often?
You're talking over me. We're not supposed to be doing that.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want me to go, or what you're saying is that more important?
No, you go ahead.
Okay,
you go ahead.
I'll go ahead. I wasn't sure. Because if you think you're more important, then I'm going to back off.
Okay, no. You're this one's all about you.
Oh, okay. Yes. So I started down the road, like I said, 30 years ago, and I find that what Moe says is true. The longest walk in golf is from the practice tee to the first tee, and With single plane swing, you have no anxiety. You don't have much thoughts about where the ball's going to go because you know where it's going to go.
Right.
Type thing. So
that's awesome.
So then I've learned over that period of time.
Right on.
Yeah.
So Derek, you teach the single plane golf swing. Now I know what that is, but a lot of people don't. Can you explain the primary difference, I guess, between what we think of as your typical golf swing versus the natural single plane golf swing?
Yeah, I can explain it. There is lots of videos out there if you want to Google conventional golf swing versus single plane golf swing. The conventional golf swing is a swing that the pros mostly use. It's a dual plane swing where their club is not on the same path as their body swing. But it does end up in the same position when they strike the golf ball. The single plane is keeping the club, your arms, your turn, and everything on one plane. We're going to do some videos, and we'll show you the differences in some of the videos when we get to that point. But it is a swing more like a pendulum or more like a hula hoop or more that kind of style where you're basically just turning back and turning through. And you're not picking the club up. You're not doing any of those kind of fancy things that the pros all use.
Yeah.
You know, it takes the timing.
Less things can go wrong, I guess.
Less things can go wrong.
And it's all about taking the club away and it getting back to the same position at impact.
Correct.
And with the single plane, theoretically, it is easier, definitely.
Easier to return.
Theoretically, and and it's just implementing that properly.
Yeah, and so the basics is when you set up to the golf ball and start, you return to that same spot, that same impact position, hands, everything in the same spot. The pros or the conventional golf swing, where they set up, they don't actually impact the ball in that same spot. So it's harder to get back to that spot. A lot more timing, a lot more athletic ability, a lot more body, has to do a lot more things, hip turn, all those things that add up to getting to that golf ball.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've got a question. I didn't mean to
No,
go
ahead.
To talk over you.
You're
there,
more
but,
important, but go ahead.
this is important. You've golfed a lot with me for many years, probably over 30 years, And do you think you can help my swing?
I think it's more of a mental problem than really a swing.
With me in particular?
Yeah,
or people in general?
You particularly mental.
Okay. Right.
You have some swing niches that I would try to get out. We've tried to get them out.
I know.
We've improved our chipping a lot.
Yes.
That is a big part of golf. The chipping technique really builds into all your irons.
Yeah,
the driver's slightly different.
I would get the yips when I chipped.
Yes.
And like a lot of people get the yips when they're putting. Not me. Not that I'm a great putter, but I don't get the yips. But I get the yips with the chips. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, well, chipping there is a technique base that does help stay away from the yips. And most people that have the yips with chipping or putting are very handsy in the golf swing. So we like to take a bit of that out of the player. So it's almost more technique based rather than using your hands. Yeah.
Right.
Seems to help most people. Just get that solid contact when they pitch the ball or chip the ball. They're two different things. What we'll do is we'll have some videos associated with all our social media, but I'm going to do some on chipping, pitching, the differences, putting, a few different styles of putting, some I would recommend. We do like to keep the person's personal makeup in the golf swing. If they're fast talker, fast walker, fast this, fast that, we don't want to slow them down or we don't want to speed them up, but we want to kind of keep some of their ability as personal, the way they act and talk and walk.
Right. Cool.
And then add some technical stuff to it. Yeah.
That sounds great. I know we've worked on this a few times for sure, and I know it's worked for me, but it's also about getting out on the course and working on it too, because if you're not out there working on it, you're going to lose it too. And I think that's what I found over the years. So I'm going to make a commitment this year to golf more.
Well, everybody wants to get
just
out.
like I do every year.
Everybody wants to get out and hit the big dog, and that's the most fun. The strokes you gain are, as they always say, if you're watching any PGA Tour telecast, the strokes they gain is always shorter shots. And,
Yeah.
and you can practice that anywhere. So it doesn't even cost you any money. You can go to any range and chip balls around.
So you mentioned the
range and
long
stuff.
ball. I guess we mentioned that's probably because I've impressed you with the way
You have really come
Thank you.
around with the long ball, hitting it very well.
Good,
You
good,
know,
good.
you got rid of the old shit $20 drivers that you've been using, and you got something decent, and you got a decent shaft which suits your swing.
Good,
Okay, and
right
all
on.
that helps,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
With the driver, I'm going to say there's one thing with the driver. You can buy a little bit better game with the driver for sure.
Really?
But drivers in the past 5 years, they're a lot the same. So you can actually go back 5 years and get some great drivers that are $100 or that will really improve your game.
Yeah.
My feeling is with the driver, if you can't drive the golf ball, the game is tough.
Yeah.
And so I focus on the driver to be able to hit a driver, a decent tee shot out there, and then it's all chipping and putting after that.
I remember actually I've watched a lot of the Mo Norman videos, and he said that the drive in his mind was the most important, because if you're not out there, you're screwed right from the start.
If you're, it's no fun to be hitting, whatever score you shoot, it's no fun if you're digging balls out of the bush, and you want to get them at your ability and your strength to get them out there your distance fairly consistently, and it's to me one of the most important clubs in the bag, just to be able to hit that driver out there.
Yeah. Right. Good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for coming in today, Derek.
It's been a great day.
It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great summer, and we're going to have a lot of fun with the podcast. Again, anyone wants to promote their business, get a hold of me at Getzum Exposure. Anybody wants some golf lessons, you can still get a hold of me at Getzum Exposure, and I'll put you in contact with Derek at Getzum Game. And look forward to hearing from all of you.
You know what? There's nothing better than going someplace to a hotel or someplace, and you look in there and you sit down, and that shitter doesn't rock. And you can get your phone out, and you can read your phone, read the news, and you got a nice, comfortable time on the shitter.
Yeah.
Sometimes I spend a little too long on the shitter. My legs will go numb and stuff. Then I'll know if that's a nice shitter when my legs go numb.
That's called atrophy.
Oh,
that's another one of them words.
Can you spell that?
Yes. Atrophy. ATROPHY. Atrophy.
Is that actually how it's spelled?
Yeah.
Because I'm bad at spelling.
No, I'm really good at it. So a lot of people are wondering where I came up with the name On The Schitter, or we came up with it,
Yes.
and...
now this is a funny story.
This is a funny story.
Hopefully you can get through this story.
Yeah, I think I can get through it. Anyway, so where were we golfing? Where were we?
Down south.
Down south, anyway. And,
At an unnamed location.
Undisclosed location, yes.
Once they pay us for their promotional stuff, then we'll disclose the information.
That's right. That's right. So we had this room, a beautiful suite actually, and it's just the two of us, and it had two washrooms, two shitters. Just by coincidence, we both ended up on one.
Might have been what we'd ate the night before. Why we'd ended up there fairly early in the morning.
Yeah, and thank God there were two. and then so. We're kind of like we're laughing our ass off now, all hung over and shooting the shit back and forth, and that's where the idea for On The Schitter came. So we're on the shitter, yakking back and forth, and thought, hey, why don't we do a podcast called On The Schitter,
where we could expose people's businesses and our own.
Yeah, we could detail our golf trips, talk about your golf instruction game. Talk about anything. Talk about get other businesses
our customers'
involved.
businesses.
Yeah, and if they want to sit on the shitter with us, they're more than welcome.
We have these promotional items right here, on the shitter.
This is what we want to make the customer feel comfortable, feel like he is on the shitter, and with no apprehension, and just to let things flow. Thank you. Anyway,
That's good.
So that was the genesis. There's another one of them words.
Can you
Genesis.
spell that?
Genesis. Genesis. Genesis.
You're pretty good.
I know. Anyway, I'm gonna. That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be something that
will work.
A regular part of the show.
Yeah.
My spelling.
I think so. I think we'll have to see if we can trip you up. And then please.
My spelling acumen.
And please,
acumen.
email us.
ACCUMEN. Acumen.
Okay, I could spell that one.
Come on down on the shitter. Get on the shitter with us, and we'd love to have you. And look forward to hearing from you.
To be a guest on The Schitter, email info@getsomexposure.com.